Good afternoon, soul family. How are you? It's Saturday, I guess, today, hey? Lord never knows what day it is. I never know what day it is. The Lord knows what day it is. Which is, I think, one of the main messages we have today. Our Father, He knows what day it is. He knows when we're supposed to have what we're supposed to have, how we're supposed to have it, and what's the best thing for us to have. Sometimes we don't. I'm going to turn the radio off because it'll distract me. I've got a lot of things I want to say, and they're personal, but I'm sure they'll help somebody else. I know they'll help at least one other person, so I'm going to say them. But I'm going to let you choose the items that you would like to choose from. I like doing it that way. I watched another reader the other day that always does tarot, and he does zodiac, right? And he says, I think I'm going to try a, what's it called? A pick an item or pick a deck. He picked 3 decks. And you choose the message that, the pile that you want. Those your messages will be in there. And if you like it, let me know. I guess I don't ever do that. And I would suggest to him he should, because when he calls out only zodiac signs, he's saying that every single Aries has that question and has that situation, and we can look at that. We can get ourselves into a bind, right? Because every single Aries is not the same. I certainly am not, and you guys need to make the choice. That's the difference, I think, between a reader and a spiritual teacher. So I'm going to, let's see, we can choose from these 2 lights, cat nail clippers, some belly button ring, I've got a lot of things up here on my desk. I've been sorting. I've been going through everything and throwing things away and sorting. I had a bunch of these crystals that I picked up when I was up in Idlewild. This is muscovite mica right in here, but these aren't very pretty. See the muscovite mica right there? I couldn't tell in the bright light. I could see that when the sun hit that. There's the crystal quartz is inside here. There's not a lot. If you saw it in the light, you would see it. You don't see when you look at it right. Okay, this is another thing you're going to choose from, this pile of stones. Okay, so we've got cat toenail clippers, pile of stones, the lights, and the belly button ring. I'm not quite certain why I'm getting my belly button re-pierced. I guess these things will go together. Oh no. Yeah, this is how we'll do it. This is how we'll do it. Come here. We're going to put the chain, the stones, the belly button ring, and my broken Star of David. Oh, interesting that I called it that, my star sapphire. This is the true north, my true north anyway. It's broken. It broke on the edge right here. Kept getting caught in my hair, so I took it off. I was so scared I lost it. Okay, so these are broken. This one's not, but it was put away. So we've got a pile of stones. Sorry, let's get this clear. Cat toenail clippers, the lights, and the broken jewelry, or the forgotten jewelry. Okay? So let's go back to this. When I was out in the bright light, I could see the crystals shining in these pieces of rock. Inside here, I don't see anything. Really, I do because I'm up close, but they just look like just chunks of rock, right? Nothing special. But if you were to take these out into the light, you would see the river of quartz that's going through crystal, and you can see the muscovite mica right there. But they don't look like that. Right? Even inside this is pretty, this rose quartz. This just looks like a bunch of rock. And this is just a rock. But if you put this outside, my landlord has his whole yard filled with this white quartz. And people just, it's cheap, inexpensive fill. But if you look at this in the sun, it sparkles. It's incredible. It's beautiful. Sometimes things that are inexpensive are very beautiful. And sometimes things that don't look like they're valuable hold great value. There's very, very powerful energy coming from these stones. The muscovite mica, the river of the clear quartz, and even the white milky quartz. It may not be exciting looking, but it's extremely powerful. And these lights, that one works. This light is old. This light is brand new out of the package, and I went through every one of my batteries and nothing works in this. It looks identical. This is older than this one. This one works for me. This one doesn't. So when you're going to make a choice between something, they could look very similar. They could look almost identical. They could look identical. But one works for you and the other one doesn't. What's the point? This is brand new. No one's even touched it. It's right out of the box, shiny, but it doesn't light up. This one, I've taken it camping. It's got a scratch on it. I've had it out in my boat. It's strong and steady, and it lights up for me. Clearly, this one is more valuable, right? So this, why hold on to something that doesn't work? It's taking up space, right? So then you look at these. I was vacuuming the other day, and my bracelet, and as my bracelets get weak, what holds them together, like this one, this is about ready to go. I know it's about ready to go. So what would be the smart thing for me to do? It would be to take it off and string it with a new string, right? Before I lose, it's precious to me. This is lapis. This is important to me. But I saw that happening to these two bracelets, and I didn't do that. And all of a sudden I caught it, and they shattered all over the place, and I lost half of the beads. I lost what was important to me. So I know that most people would just, I've got pieces of bracelet like this, the rose quartz one. It broke at my daughter's house. She tried to help me find all the pieces, but I only found this many. And here, even in my own house, it just broke down on the floor here, but I lost more than half of them. So most people would throw it away, right? Why? But I've got the elastic, so I'm going to string these together. And I thought, interesting that this broke off, which is rhodonite, the love stone, and this broke off, which was, wish I could think of what this one is right now. I had it in my head a second ago. Anyway, I'm going to put them together and form one new one, right? There's nothing wrong with it. It's still powerful, and maybe I'm going to mix two broken pieces together to create something beautiful. There's still value. We all are broken, right? Remember I said that song? I didn't like that song. It said, I like that you're broken like me. And I said, no, you don't want to go to somebody who's broken. But in all reality, we're all broken. And so here's me readjusting the way I look at something. We're all broken in some way. When we break, that's how the light gets in. You don't want to go to the bottom. You don't want to go for a bottom feeder that's happy to stay at the bottom and happy to stay broken. But maybe I don't feel so bad because I recognize the brokenness in you too. And I feel like I can be myself with you, right? We always want to strive to become better. I'm not going to leave these broken. I'm going to string them together and make something beautiful. Two broken people. We're all broken. This is valuable still. There's still value in this. My beautiful Star of David. Funny that I called it that. I'm going to go right into that. This is my star, sapphire. Somebody threw this away. They didn't see the value in it. It was just in a box of jewelry, and I don't know, found it at a thrift store, and I got it for $6. I said, how much is this little ring? She looks at it, and she's like, I don't know, $6? and I took it in. This is a star sapphire. This is incredibly valuable. 2 little diamonds. I've worn it for years, but it got worn and it broke here. I'm not throwing it away. I'm going to pay to have it repaired. It's going to make me go because this bracelet that I love, the clasp broke on it. I'm going to take them both in and I'm going to get them repaired because this is very, very valuable to me. This means something a lot to me. I need to get my belly button pierced again. When I had my surgery, I had it retouched up to fix a spot, and my stomach, I don't know, for some reason, I guess I took it out and the hole filled over, so I'd kept this. There was nothing wrong with it. I just wasn't using it at the time. For some reason, sometimes we can have something that we've put away and we realize the value of it again. So I'll take it in and I'll say, pierce my belly button and use this. I don't have to pay for it. I've already got it. I'm not going to pay for what I've already got. Right? Don't go looking for what you already have. The Star of David. Yesterday I was talking about the upside down star, the pentagram, and I didn't want anything to have anything to do with that, with binding spells. I'm not saying every Wiccan person does binding spells. I just don't, and I was finding that these people did, and they were Wiccan. And I said I needed to make sure that, you know, I wasn't looking at the upside down star of David, and that's what I thought it was. And my friend Sandy, she points out that because her husband is Jewish, and she is not. She comes from a completely different culture, but she studied and she took on her husband's belief system. She liked it. She thought it was, she liked it. She I guess, converted. I guess that's what it is. She doesn't do so much with it now, but, you know, the kids were raised. One parent was Jewish, the other was not, so she did that for her kids. Kind of like my daughter and her husband. He's Jewish, his family's Jewish, and of course she's nothing. She has no religious background. And Trey goes and he lights a menorah and he wears the little yarmulke, and they celebrate Hanukkah and Christmas, right? It's his tradition. So Sandy comes and she says, the Star of David has 6 points. The Wiccan star has 5 points. So whenever, even as kids, you know, we all learn how to do a star, right? One continuous line and you make the star. It's a 5-pointed star. It's interesting that we all do that. But she says, the Star of David will always look the same in any direction, upside down, upright, sideways, etc. And I thought about this. I was speaking to someone and I called him King David. I said, I think of you as King David. And I was thinking about my twin's father. And I said, you're so right, Sandy. My spiritual twin is the Star of David. And no matter what direction he is in, and I altered this. He is the Star of David. Right? David the father, he would be the son. The Star of David will always look the same in any direction. And so my twin is the Star of David, King David. And no matter what direction he is, upside down, downside up, or sideways, his father may be bigger than him, but he will always look the same to me, the most brilliant and brightest of all of the stars. He is my true north. He is this star. This is from the Star of David. And it's broken. Interesting, what I'm seeing, though, is not my twin. I kept calling this the Star of David. The Star of David is broken. So he needs love, doesn't he? He needs to be put back together, very delicately. So we send him love. It's interesting because I was wearing this, thinking I was wearing this for my twin. But this is the Star of David. Maybe this is my Star of David. Maybe this is my star. My twin is my star. But I see him whole. I don't see him broken. He's the lapis cat. Somebody said to me, I've never really liked cats. I've never really been a cat person, much of a cat person. And I thought to myself, well, I am the cat. And I look at my twin and I see a cat. But I thought about Anubis, the god of lost souls. that I bought for my twin. It's a dog, right? And Bastet. She is the goddess of family. She is patron saint of cats. That's who I align with, right? So cats and dogs learning to live together. And I told you how my Liger, he was a cat, but he was raised by a dog, right? Somebody who wasn't really much of a cat man. But my twin has got cheekbones like a cat. He's got eyes like a cat. He is a cat. He's a panther. He's amazing. And no matter what he is, what condition he appears, upside down, sideways, right side up, he's always the most brilliant and brightest of the stars. And if you see the Star of David, you can see that. Why? It's the North Star. Star of David. When you look at it, no matter where it spins, no matter which direction, it's always the same. And that's why I say to me, it doesn't matter if he's on an angle, if he's straight up, if he's sideways, if he's upside down or backwards, he always looks the same to me. He always shines the brightest. He is my true north. It makes me want to have something like that for myself. This is a Star of David for protection. Isn't that beautiful? I wonder what the words are in Hebrew all the way around. Let's find out. Ooh, and it comes with different crystals. Oh, it comes with turquoise. Wow. It has a sentence from Psalms 91. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy tent. For he will give his angels charge over thee, to keep thee in all thy ways. They shall bear thee upon their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. A protective stone. I love that. With the turquoise, remember I said, I can't find my turquoise. I want my turquoise back. Turquoise is our soul color. I think I'm going to get that. Okay, this is all about me and my life. But that needed to be said. And there was one more thing. For some reason, I'm having a lot of pain in my stomach where my surgery was. It's so strange. The surgery has been 25 years. I don't know why it's hurting so much. I did a lot of crunches with my abs yesterday, but it's different. It's like I don't know. It's almost like it's not my pain that I'm feeling. It's the scar pain that I'm feeling. Isn't that interesting? It's like phantom pain. You know how if you lose a limb, you feel that limb? I'm feeling pain right in the middle of my self-worth, right across my solar plexus, right underneath my belly button. It's excruciating, and I don't know why it's there, but I'm feeling it. This, I found a card that my mother left me. Actually, remember I told you I only had a few things that were left in my, I don't know why I found them. I found the Anubis drawing that my son made when he was 5. Significant changes occurring in your life, always for the better. Good idea to call upon Spirit for help with those changes. And this was in there, and this is from my mom. My mom and I, didn't always have a really happy relationship. We're both very strong individuals. My mom had a hard time expressing her feelings, and my daughter and I have a difficult time. And I thought we'd broken the cycle, but I guess we haven't, so all I do is just send out love. My mom sent me this one time when we were not getting along. When we believe in ourselves, we are unafraid to try. Those who reach touch the stars. My best friend, Diane, sent me a beautiful box. Pretty much saying the same thing. It's one of my most precious gifts. Shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you will land amongst the stars. Remember my mom said, why don't you shoot for the bottom, Sherry? Go for the best, because that's what you deserve. If you reach for that, you'll get that. But you see, this is me. I'm reaching for my true north. I'm reaching for that. That's who I want. My Star of David. I've learned that if you advance confidently in the direction of his dreams, that if one advances confidently in the direction of his dreams and endeavors to live the life which he has imagined, he will meet with success in uncommon hours. Follow your dreams. Look at the dreams. The dreams are my star. Everywhere I go. Believe. So my mom, I asked my mom to help me with my twin, and she said she'd bring him home. This is my mom's message, and this is my best friend. And I'm going to show you something else. This is interesting. This is all for my twin, I know, but I think he needs to hear it. I need to say it. And maybe you guys just need to hear it for someone in your life. This was another one of my very few things that was left for me. It was my mom's. I told you I'm a Pisces moon, and my twin is a Pisces. Mermaids. And when you look at the expression of the divine masculine, see how he holds his lips? And look at the color of his eyes. It's like a little heart in the center. Look at him there. He's the same one. He's my mermaid. He's my Pisces. Well, my twin does that with his lips. And his eyes are blue. This picture is very, very old. But we were always supposed to be together. So this is a message that my mother wrote to me. And inside of it, I opened it up. It was in when I was going through all of my drawers looking for everything. I opened it up. And I found pictures of my twin. I won't show you his entire face, but see what he does with his lips? He does that. So, this is a message from my mom to me. But you know that the divine goddess energy is the loving, nurturing energy, right? We all have that mother in us. So this is also a message to my twin. But I also feel like it's a message, I know that it's a message from my spiritual twin to me. And I feel as though my mother and my twin are very much alike, and so is Lisi, my daughter. They have a difficult time saying how they feel. They hold it inside. Dear Sherry, you are on my mind and in my thoughts and prayers constantly. Or this is Dear Babe. Let's just do Dear Babe. I want you to know how proud I am of you for growing up so nicely. I hope for you that you grow in strength of self daily. I want you to know that nothing, in capital letters, on this earth will ever separate me from you. Whatever happens, I am your mom and I love you. And I will support you. You will never disappoint me. Wherever your life should take you, I will love you and be there for you no matter what or who. Remember that always. I believe in you. Love, Mom. When I opened this up, there was my twin in here. I'm saying that to him. My mom's saying it to me. And I think this is coming from my twin's mother to him, whether or not she knows how to say it. So I'm going to say it again. Babe, you're on my mind and in my thoughts and prayers constantly. I want you to know how proud I am of you for growing up so nicely. I hope for you that you grow in strength of yourself daily. I want you to know that nothing on this earth will ever separate me from you. Whatever happens, I am your mom, your love. I love you, and I will support you. You will never disappoint me. Wherever your life should take you, I will love you and be there for you no matter what or who. Remember that always. I believe in you. Love me. Now, I watched a little girl and a mom playing catch yesterday, and the mom was trying to help her daughter play. When I looked at her, I saw my twin. I saw these long brown legs. Mother and daughter, they looked alike. Mother and son, they look alike. She was really rough on him. She wanted him to be the best that he could be. She was tough with the way she did it. Every once in a while, I'd catch her saying, "Good, see, you could do it." But a lot of the time, she'd say, "Stop being such a baby." She didn't know how the words affected her daughter. It didn't mean she didn't love her. I've made mistakes too. I've said things maybe not knowing what I've done has affected my twin, my mom, my daughter. It doesn't change my love for them. It remains. Love remains the same. I think I'm just saying all of this because it needed to be said. And you need to reflect on it as much as I do. When something looks like it's starting to fall apart, do something about it. Don't let it get to the place where it's so weak that it breaks. If you notice something getting weak, put your time and attention into it. Because if it breaks, you may not get all the pieces back together again. If it's valuable to you, work on it. It's worth it. What you put into it, it's worth the time you spent, even if it costs some money. Something beautiful that's broken doesn't get thrown away. I used to feel that way, but not anymore. This is important to me. I'm not going to throw it away. This represents my true north, my Star of David, my Star Sapphire. Now this, Liger keeps getting hooked on things, and it makes it difficult for him. I have cat clippers, toenail clippers. I couldn't figure out where they went. He doesn't like me using them. He hates it. He fights me. He scratches me. But when he doesn't have his nails clipped, he keeps getting hooked on things, and it hurts him. It'll literally rip his nails off. So what do? I have the tools. I'll get hurt. And he hates it. He gets angry at me when I use it. But he needs it. Sometimes we have to have things done that we don't like. We need to cut off what's causing the problem, the things that are getting hooked on things. We need to cut that off. It's a very useful tool to have. These were my mom's. These are so old. She used these on her little poodles. My mom was a dog person. She never was much into cats. I've always been into all animals, but I am the cat. And when you say that, you kind of understand. My mom wasn't really much into cats. She did much better with dogs. So this could have been maybe my twin's father saying, I never was much into cats. He's better with dogs, but his son's more like a cat. He didn't understand how to deal with him. I'm really fortunate because I was actually raised with dog people, and I'm a cat. So I've learned how to work on both sides. Spirit's helped me do that. So I'm going to get Liger. I'm going to sit him down, and it's going to be a struggle, but I'm going to cut his nails one by one. But I have to be careful, because when you don't cut an animal's claws for a really long time and then you go to cut them, you need to start really not too far down, because the blood inside the quick, it goes down, and you could cut it and it hurts them really bad. It's kind of like Merlin, when his tank was getting toxic. I couldn't just put all brand new fresh water in there. It would have put him into a shock. It's like Prince, when he was coming down off of the drugs. I had to do it slowly and use the cannabis to help him. He would have gone into shock to go from one to the other. So you got to do things slowly. I'll cut just a little bit at a time. Even if I can just get a couple done at a time, it'll help him. He doesn't know that it's good for him. He doesn't know what's good for him. Sometimes we don't know what's good for us, but our mom does. Mother Earth, the loving, nurturing energy. Our Father does. Sometimes we don't. So, at 28 minutes, I think we begin. Today I have something to do. I'll be stringing two bracelets. This one, and the one that I'm mixing together. The green, which is love and healing, and then the rhodonite, which is absolutely all love. I'll drop these two off at the jewelry store, and then I'll go down and get my belly button pierced. And you know what I've got? I gotta show you what I have. You know, I found some things when I was cleaning up my car too. I set up my car so that I could go camping, and my landlord found this really cool sponge, but it's like posturepedic camping thing, and it fits my car perfectly. So I guess I am going to go camping in my car. Sure wish I had a truck. And I found some things in there that I I found my car bag that had all of my, I said, oh, I gotta get my CDs, right? So I go into the shed and I go in there and I find my car bag with all of the stuff in there that I forgot that I had. I'm like, shoot, I didn't know that this was here. And in it, I found my wall walkers. Those are the five-fingered toed shoes that I use to climb the rocks, right? They're very valuable. They're very expensive. I need them. I climb like a monkey up the rocks. I talked to you guys about it a lot. I said I always climb in flip-flops. Well, I don't always. If I'm somewhere where I can actually really climb, like if I'm in Sedona, I wear my wall walkers. So while I was in the bag, I find my wall walkers and my five-finger socks. These are expensive because they wick the sweat away, right? So I find one pair, and I found the spare pair. I had one of each of these socks in my, where is it? I found a spare of one of each sock, and the other one I couldn't find, and I was like, shoot! So I kept it for the longest time, and then I thought, well, I'll probably never find it again, so I threw it away. Look what I found, this spare one and this spare one together. They were good, expensive, and I lost the other one. I didn't look thoroughly. I didn't go through everything. I misplaced them, and I thought I would never see them again, right? So I threw it away. That's not good. So I think I threw them away. I might have been smart and put it somewhere else. I don't know. I'm going to stick them in this little drawer in the corner. It doesn't take up too much room. I don't know what I'm saying with that. Sometimes you think you'll never see something again and you throw it away. But then when you find it, it's like, oh my gosh, that's what I want. Those are the important ones. Those are the ones, I need those. Those are mine. So I don't know. But I'll show you what I do have over here. I got this quite a while ago. I might have shown you before. It's another Star of David. It's a Star Sapphire, but this one's probably imitation. I paid a lot for it. But it's a dragon. It's a belly button ring. And it's a dragon. And when I get my belly button healed, I'm putting this on. I am the dragon, right? And so is my twin. Because or maybe this is me holding on to my star. My blue star. Not that he's sad, but he's calm and he's peaceful. That's my star, and I'm not letting go. Okay. Hi, Merlin. Your tank is looking great. It is. It's looking good in there. All right, so we're going to choose our cards. There may be reasons that I don't even understand why all of that was said, but I just felt like it was supposed to be said. We'll start with our first clump of rocks. And you know, I don't have anywhere in the house to put them because I've got, you know, I've run out of room for all my crystals. But I put these in my plant pots outside to give them power. Now, you might be able to see, I'm not sure if you can see it. I can see it in the light. How you can see the shimmer, I don't know if you can, off of the quartz. This is power. This is power. All my plants have crystals in them, all of them. It helps them grow. The intention is to help them grow. Clear quartz is powerful energy, but it also grids my house because this is like white light. This is safety and power. So we start with the powerful rocks. And I think Archangel Michael, because Michael's been coming up a lot. Somebody's cousin is named Michael. I keep being shown him as somebody's cousin. It's strange. I don't know anybody named Michael that is a cousin to someone I know, but I am shown this person, Michael, represents a cousin to my twin. It's interesting. Well, think about David, Star of David, and Jesus. They're family. So we're working with Michael. 3426. Keep your eyes on your targeted intention. My eyes are right on my targeted intention. He stands right there inside of that crystal geode, amethyst. Stone of protection and peace. And look at the top. One of the crystals fell out of my peridot bracelet. I don't know. I asked Spirit if I would be given it again, and I figured in the meantime I'll let him have it. So keep your eyes on your target and intention, whatever that is. Don't let go. You focus on it. Whether it's a project, whether it's a person, whether it's whatever your intention is, an intention of a change in behavior, intention of whatever it is. Michael is saying for you to do this. So we ask Michael to help us keep our focus on our inner vision, on what Spirit's trying to show us, on what our intention is. Whatever guidance that you can give us, and whatever help you can lend to us in releasing any fears or doubts that we have, please give me the confidence and courage to take action towards realizing my dreams. Now, the thing with the keeping your eyes focused, you don't look at the end of your arrow. You keep your eyes focused, and then you pull the arrow up in line, in the scope, and then you pull back the string of the bow, and you let the arrow fly. You have to learn how to do this. If you're an archer, the wind will take it. So if the wind is blowing to the left, you've got to over direct in the other direction. If it's going up, down, it's tricky to learn how to shoot an arrow if there's wind, right? That's why people, you see them lick their finger, their thumb, and then they feel where the wind is blowing. And then they know which way to direct it. But another message in this is, when we let that arrow fly, Spirit says, okay, where's your focus? Over there. Okay, pull back your bow and let it go. And then you let it go. You have to let Spirit direct it. Because sometimes they have to alter the direction for us. That's my intention. But I'm not going to tell you how to get it there. I'm going to let it go, and then I'm going to let you guide it. Spirit needs to guide that bow. But this is, clearly, if you've had your eyes set on something and you get this message, clearly you're set on the right path, because Spirit says keep your eyes targeted there. You're on the right path. And be steady. Whatever your goals are, whatever your intentions are, whatever it is that you're focused on. And you see it as always already happening. You see that arrowhead right in the middle of that bullseye. Right through the center of the heart. That's of the heart of the matter. My intention is for this conversation to go well. My intention is to bring love to this situation. My intention is to bring a peaceful resolution to this situation. My intention is to be successful in this enterprise. My intention is to successfully master this skill. My intention is to exercise consistently. My intention is to stop smoking. My intention is to not drink. My intention is to learn to calm myself. My intention is to keep a positive, happy outlook. My intention is to be open and aware to the messages and signs that Spirit is bringing me. My intention is to keep my heart open. Whatever your intention is, see it successful. See the situation between you and your family at a peaceful resolution. See it happy. See someone in your life healthy, happy, and whole. I don't see my beautiful Star of David broken. I see, ooh, it's gotten a little worn out here. You know what? He's had a little pressure here. His shoulder broke. I need to freaking get that fixed. Working too hard. It got bent. It got caught on something and it broke. So let's fix it. Am I going to throw it away? No, this is beautiful. It's worth it to me. It's precious to me. Somebody else, it might just be, well, you know what? I've got more valuable rings. I don't even know what this is worth. I don't care. I don't care that if I went there and the guy tried to tell me that this wasn't a real sapphire, it's precious to me. It's a symbol to me. I'm not hung up on the cost of something, or what, how much something is worth, or what somebody makes, their position, their status. That's why I said it doesn't matter if my star is sideways, upside down, cockeyed, backwards, or straight up. it's still my star. It's still my true north. It's still valuable to me. It's worth the effort to fix whatever issue or problem there is. So anything that we have our intention on, anything that we desire, is something that is within our reach. If we're focused upon it, it's something that we could work with, right? It might be that the reality of that intention changes a little bit. Like I said, Spirit might have to redirect the course. It might be you're asking for that, but you get it in a different form. But Spirit's telling you, keep going. Keep the faith. Dream boards are amazing to have. I've got a dream board. You cut out little pieces of... Here, I'll show you my dream board. I took it out here and I turned it back around because I have to update it. Every once in a while I think to myself, maybe I shouldn't try and hold on to this dream. Well, that's not going to be very successful, is it? So this is just... There's reasons why I was given this to come forward, because I need to have my dream board out and I need to pay attention to it. This is my dream board. Pictures, cutouts. Relinquish control. That was very important. Let it be. There's the mermaid. She's kind of gotten cockeyed a little bit, right? This, my aunt. This is important. This needs to be out here. This is my aunt, a drawing of her. She's actually my soul aunt. She's not my blood, but she was my mom's best friend, and she was my favorite aunt, and I still love her. And she's part Cherokee, and that white wolf in front of her. She sent me that card, and I saw myself in my past life, and I saw her. I literally saw me, and that's her. And when I see her, I thought, wow, that's her growing up. That's me growing up. And look at Sedona. And look what's all around me. The eagle. It's very important messages for myself. So these are what you put on your dream board is what you want. There's the bee and the moth together. Isn't that interesting, right? This is called a hummingbird hawk moth. Remember I said that moth was in my house and it wasn't supposed to be in my house, and I showed it the door? It doesn't want to be locked inside. It likes to be outside. But a hummingbird hawk moth. That's interesting because I know who that represents. And then here's places. This is somewhere I wanted to go, and that's where I went, right? I wanted to go back, so I'm going to go back. I like the idea of being out there. My twin, of course, is on there. I'm not going to give you a close-up of his face. A fence doesn't have to be a hurdle, right? There's Tiger, that's me. I stay connected to my family and friends who help me recharge. Now, this can be soul family. It doesn't have to be blood family. It's the family and friends who help me recharge. Don't hold back. Activate your within energy. Awaken your senses. Midas touch, the adventurer, spontaneous outdoorsy and game for whatever comes your way. That's me, right? Share thoughts and ideas. Signed, sealed, and delivered. I am ready, happy. When you give your day back, we give you your day back. What you do with it is up to you. May the forest be with you. I am ready. The power of 2. Instant win, road to adventure. I'll never look back. Give fireflies quiet lakes and dirt under their nails. Don't hide your feelings. Let others know where they stand. Look at the couple going in hiking. The power of 2. Everything I touch is a success. Thank you for existing. Cool houses, warm heart. Kiss to my twin, the great horned owl. Things are never always quite what they seem. It's not that bad. Participate, play more. Let the experts handle the details. Your wish is about to come true. $1 million. Anything that you need, anything that is important to you, goes on your dream board. I've always wanted to have a cabin. I wanted to be where there was snow. I still want that. A land of big trees, deep canyons, tall peaks, and flowing rivers. The sequoias. Peace. That's me, right? Boundaries. I will no longer hide my scars to make you comfortable. When I have fought to survive every battle, I will not cover my vulnerability with armor. I choose instead to be brave. I will speak when I am led to be truthful, and I will be kind in the telling of it. I will draw lines in the sand that you may not cross, and still be a part of me. There is a decency of spirit and an integrity of self, a compassion for humanity that you have to hold if you are to be welcome in my life. These may be your words, they may suit your needs now, but if your actions don't exemplify these truths, you cannot remain with me. Under my twin, there I sit, between two trees in a hammock. Yum. So, dream boards, powerful. That needs to stay there. I need to keep my eyes on my targeted intention. Yesterday I said, I snuck up behind you. You snuck up behind me and I didn't notice you there. Well, you won't sneak up behind me now. I'll always know you there. I feel your energy. That's the first message. We'll come and back and we'll give you a love message at the end. But now we're going to go to the jewelry. The precious jewelry that's broken, that needs to be repaired, that will be repaired. It's getting repaired today. And I'm doing it. Some of it I'm doing it myself. Some of it I have to give to the experts to handle, which is our Father and our angels, right? Could be other experts, whoever needs to help somebody who might have in need of help. Sometimes we have to, we want to help our parents and they're not doing well, they're up in age and we can't do it anymore, it's too much for us, so they need to go to a rest home. Sometimes people need to go to rehab, sometimes people need to go have surgery, who knows. Sometimes people just need to go. They need to have some space from us. We keep them in our heart. We do our part. Some things that we do, other things we hand off to Spirit. But we trust that they'll take care of it because they can do anything. I said this morning, I posted, where is it? You can start with nothing. This is one of my most favorite sayings. You can start with nothing, and out of nothing and out of no way, a way will be made. The universe will open windows where there were only walls. And that's a fact. And the picture I chose was a blue dragon. I need to say something else too. Somebody sent me this little picture this morning and it was the sweetest thing. Think about otters. They hold each other's hands when they sleep so they don't drift away in their emotional waters. When you're trying to love people but you're also an introvert and have boundaries. I'll give you my finger, but I'm going to keep a shield around me, right? And I said, Spirit's been encouraging us that we need to relax our boundaries, enough to let others, at least someone who's special to us, in. It's good to have boundaries with others so they know where we stand. And it's good for us to respect others' boundaries. But if we remain stubborn and don't learn to relax those boundaries, if we allow our fear of closeness to keep others at arm's length, we won't know the wonderful feeling of being held and holding another, or enjoying the closeness of a good friendship. So I spoke about the boundaries just now, right? Certain boundaries we have to put, and we have to uphold them, and they must be respected. But we also respect others. But that doesn't mean nobody gets close. Otherwise, it makes a very sad person. So at 48 minutes and 23 seconds, be gentle with yourself. Here you see Archangel Michael carrying that little lamb. The lamb is the teachable one, the meek, the mild, the gentle, the innocent one. And he's protecting you. So if you're feeling vulnerable, if you're feeling exposed, if you're feeling not well, if you're feeling like you're lacking courage, if you're feeling afraid of anything, if you're just run down and you need help, Michael's here encouraging you to not hate the sensitivity within yourself, or the fact that you're emotional, or that you might be feeling not particularly strong at the moment. He's telling you to honor that, and you honor that by respecting it and caring for yourself. You're starting to come unraveled. You need to take the time, sit down, and do what you need to do to make sure that you don't fall apart, or that something doesn't fall apart, right? So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm doing all of these odds and sods ends. I'm finding the things that are useful. I'm finding the things that are no longer. Some things are not useful for us. Some things need to be thrown away. Don't keep around what doesn't work. You've been pushing yourself too hard, and you've been the hardest on yourself. You know, it's one thing when others are berating us. Like I watched that mom with her daughter, right? She was tough on her. The reason it made me sad was because I don't think that mother realizes that when that little girl and her stop playing baseball or her catch, every time she doesn't do it right, she's going to beat herself up. Because I did that. No one is harder on me than I am on myself. You don't have to teach that way. You don't have to be mean. You don't have to call somebody a baby when they're not as good at it as you are. Because you weren't always that good either. So, stop pushing yourself to the limit. Give yourself a rest. Stop telling yourself you're not perfect, that you're broken, that there's no, I should be thrown away, I'm not worth anything. Our own self, our lack of self-worth, we don't see sometimes the value in ourselves that others do recognize. And sometimes we need to be reminded of that. I was really sad. I couldn't find this ring. I thought I'd lost it. I was so upset because I lost my turquoise in the house somewhere. I don't know where it is. And there wasn't nothing wrong with that. It was a little big for my finger. Couldn't find it. It's in here somewhere. I want it back. But I was really upset about this one. I'm so grateful that actually, you know, sometimes you put things away, you hide them, you put them somewhere safe, and then you forget where you put them. I put this in my mother's jewelry box to keep it safe. I'm going to take it out and I'm going to take it and take care of it today. So, give yourself a break. Take a chill pill. I took my little sweetness to the park yesterday. There she is. We took the day off. We did readings and somebody came up and I did a reading for some people. It really helped them. They were shocked. The messages that they got. The lady said to her friend, "Did you tell her?" She's like, "No, we were just talking about the cat." Gave me messages too. So, if you're in a situation that's difficult, Archangel Michael's here to escort you out, right? He's going to carry you. That's why out of nowhere, out of no way, a way will be made, right? I don't see the way out of here. I don't see the way out of the situation. I don't know how this is going to work. And that's why we let the arrow go and we allow Spirit to take care of it. We can start with nothing. And out of nothing and out of no way, a way will be made. The universe will open windows where there were only walls. We don't have to know how Spirit's going to do it. So, if you're in a toxic relationship, a difficult relationship, something that's not good for you, get out of it. Remove yourself from that. If you can't figure out how to get out, ask Spirit to show you a wall with a window that they will open or a door. They will make the way out for you. It's also talking about eating more healthily, right? You got to be gentle, maybe even rough on your body. You've been eating bad foods. You know, Lily started to lick the peanut butter the other night that I was eating. And I looked it up online afterwards and it said peanut butter isn't good for cats. Well, I'm a cat. So I've been gaining weight. And I thought, why am I gaining weight? Because I stopped eating my cucumbers with blue cheese dressing as a dip, right? So I started replacing it with apples with peanut butter. Well, if the peanut butter is not good for my cat, and my cat is standing for me, peanut butter is not good for me right now. I'm gaining weight with it. So I stopped, and I'm having my apple without the peanut butter. Right? Continue to eat healthy, but maybe you got to drop some things out. Sometimes you can have too much of a good thing. That's what I said yesterday, right? Clearly I was. It's talking about avoiding chemicals in your environment or within your food, right? Get more sleep. My stomach hurts really bad today. I kept saying, oh my God, oh my God. Maybe I overdid it in the gym. Maybe the type of sit-ups that I did last night, because I did do a different kind. Maybe I've got strain on my muscle. So I'm going to have to, well, right now I definitely have to do it more gently. I feel like I've got phantom pain, like I'm picking up someone else's feelings as well. But it is also right in the middle of your self-worth. The pain is coming from. So I was feeling bad about myself. It hurts. It physically hurts me. So I need to be a little more gentle. Don't do it so quickly, Sherry. And I got to say loving things about myself and loving things about others. Because whatever comes out of my mouth, my body doesn't know who I'm talking about. My body just hears those negative words, right? Be very kind. It's also telling you it might be time for just a bit of a rest. Feels good. I shut the blinds. Maybe it's nap time. Maybe it's time for meditation, right? So Archangel Michael will help us, give us the time that we need in order to have this quiet time. Call upon him to help us. At 55 minutes and 15 seconds, 555 is in there. Significant change is occurring in your life, always for the better. Good idea to call upon Spirit for help with those changes. We ask for... I gotta be careful with this. Hold on. I'm gonna put this in a little bag. Oops, I dropped one of my crystals. I dropped a few of my crystals. See? I gotta be careful. Hold on. I just gotta hold on because I don't want to lose any more of these than I already have. I got one, I got two, three of them dropped. Where's the third one? Show it to me. Show me the third one. See how careful? Oh, there it is. I got it. But see how you gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. You can lose things really easily, you know? You can lose people easily too if you're not careful. Okay, 56 minutes and 16 seconds. Oh, wow. Double emphasis. And we were going to the light. So the broken jewels, the most very precious jewels in the light, they both get the same message. Makes me think they're the same people. So we already know double emphasis on being gentle with yourself. Let's give ourselves another message. Your children are watched over by angels. Thank you. I asked for that for my son and for my daughter and for my grandson and for my Liger and my Lily. So that's an answer. So it's telling you, you don't have to worry about your little ones. They're taken care of. You don't have to worry about little ones that you feel especially close to. Like, they don't have to be your own daughter or your own son. This can be a child that feels like your child or someone that you are worried about or concerned about. You don't have to be concerned about that. This is also telling you that if you've had a child that has gone into spirit, they are cared for. They are back in spirit, and they're good. But it's also a message about paying extra close attention to your little ones, whether they be human little ones or animal little ones. I'm watching out for my little Lily. It's very hot today. It's hotter than it's been. And she got heat stroke a year ago and almost died, so I have to be really careful of her. I know that she needs water. She wants to be outside. She fell off the railing, the balcony yesterday. She's done it 3 times. My landlord said he found her outside the other day and brought her in. So she's been wanting to get to the grass. She's been wanting to get out, and she had to have hurt herself. Maybe that's why she's not wanting to eat right now. She might not be feeling well. Maybe when she twisted her gut. Sometimes that happens. I have to be careful, right? So think about that in symbolic terms. If somebody in your life has fallen emotionally, and they've gotten twisted emotionally, right in the middle of their gut, your self-worth, pay attention to maybe how people are acting. Something's happened, and something's gotten twisted inside. So we ask Spirit to shield them and protect them with love and healing energy. And you're getting the confirmation that that is what's happening. And also, we got this message yesterday when I did the reading in the park. And it might be that helping young ones is part of your life's purpose. Whether these young ones be animals or young human children. It's also talking about if you have a pregnancy at this time, you're being assured that the pregnancy is healthy and that the baby will be safe. If you're trying to adopt a child, it will be successful. I myself am meant to spend time with indigo and crystal children. I know that that's part of my life purpose. My twin and I are both that. My grandson is a crystal child. My twin and I are indigos. So energetically. Also, this is us. Our own inner child that deserves love, affection, special care. That one's holding on to her teddy bear, the one that she loves. So be gentle with your inner self. Know that you need to have fun and play. Anything that you're worried about with your kids right now, hand it to Spirit. Do what you can, and then hand it over to Spirit. They will take care of it. That's what they're showing you. There is a child in Spirit that is saying, I love you. I want you to know I love you, and I'm very happy. And I am now, even though I'm a child in your eyes, in Spirit I'm very strong, and I am now your guide. That's a special message. At 1 hour and 15 seconds, we go to this extremely useful tool. Kind of funky looking. Old school, very useful and necessary. So now it's 1 minute 37 seconds. Go forward fearlessly. You're being guided and protected by Michael. Thank you for walking with me every step of the way, for holding my hand, for giving me confidence and courage, and guiding my thoughts and actions in the direction of love and my true life's purpose. And there Michael is holding up a light. And he's saying, follow me. This is Archangel Michael. He's very powerful. You know the thing about Archangel Michael that's so cool? He is the only one. See, this is why, I gotta tell you this. I was always raised to believe that his name was Jesus on the earth. That was his human name, and that when he ascended, he was Archangel Michael. Others don't believe that. It doesn't matter to me. All I know is Michael is able to be everywhere at the same time, just like our Father. So, he might be. I'm getting a message right now. So I'm getting a message that he is why I see Michael as my twin's cousin. So he's his cousin. He's a relative. He was the same family, but he's very, very powerful. So my twin looks like Jesus. And similar personality and story. His cousin is named Michael. In my eyes. That's why I keep getting the name Michael. Michael is his cousin. Interesting. There's a message in that. Remember I told you I saw a long, dark-haired person? His name was Michael. I called him Michael. That might help somebody out there. Had the same kind of temperament. So, our Archangel Michael, our relative, our angelic relative, he's asking you to go forward fearlessly. And you don't have to worry about bothering him, because he can be everywhere at the same time. He's never overburdened. He's never tired. He's never out of energy. He's always available and always ready for you to ask for help. When he tells you to go forward fearlessly, clearly you're on the right path. And it's safe to move forward, or he wouldn't tell you to do it. So whatever your plans are, whatever your path is, whatever you're thinking, whatever you're doing, as long as you keep your focused intention on your goals moving forward, which is following your heart and listening to Spirit's guidance, you're on the right path, going in the right direction. So, right now, your advice is go forward. Go. Now. You're not being told to stop. You're being told to take action, no matter what it is, no matter how little it is. Whatever the steps are that you're meant to take, you're supposed to take, even baby steps, you're supposed to do it now in order to bring about what it is that you're asking for. So you can ask Michael, well, what do I meant to do? What are the steps I'm meant to take? Well, I know the things that I got to do today. I'm fixing getting this ring and bracelet dropped off, and I'm going to string that bracelet, the broken bracelets together, right? I got to do all of that. I got to get going because I got to get that done. It's important. They symbolize something. A bracelet is an endless loop. It's a connection, right? It's never ending. It's an infinity. It's a symbol. It symbolizes something important. This is this is the strongest of my bracelets, and the clasp that was holding it together broke. This is my most powerful bracelet. It's broken. Silver is what purifies water. The intention. This is very, very powerful symbol to me. It's broken. It doesn't mean it's worthless. It needs to be repaired, which means my connection was broken. When I repair that important bracelet, when I repair that important ring, when I repair the broken bracelets and the weakened ones, they all symbolize what's valuable to me and important to me. And that reminds me of how important it is to work on the things. Now, one of the bracelets broke at my daughter's. My daughter and I having a hard time. That will symbolize when I put this green and rose together, it was all rhodonite, right? When it broke at her house. This broke here at my house. It literally broke the day we had an argument. So I'm going to string these together, and I'm going to make it strong. And my intention is to make that tie between us stronger. I'm putting them together. Healing, love, and mixing it together. This is for my twin. This is very important to me. If I broke this, I'd be really sad. I'm tightening the bonds now. I'm strengthening it myself. How do I do that? By taking care of me. I'm going to do it myself. I don't need anyone else to do it. I have to do it. Same thing with this. Someone else has to help me with this one. So some of the things that are the most important to me, which is my connection with my spiritual twin, I have to ask for outside help. And so I'm going to go there and give it to them. And when I go and I give it to them and walk away from that, I'm not worried about it getting done. I don't sit and think, are they going to do it right? Are they going to do it? I don't keep calling them and saying, have you done it? Have you done it? Have you done it? I know they're going to do it. I'm dropping it off, and they're going to take care of it for me. That's it. I'm going to take care of Liger, too. He won't like it, but I'm going to do it. So if you don't know what your next step is, ask for guidance. You will be protected as you go through whatever the changes are, and you'll be shown the steps to take. So whatever these changes, you are being told that you need to make changes right now. And you're supported as you do that. When you're being told to go forward out of a situation, it could be, again, emphasis that you're being asked to leave a toxic situation. It's not healthy right now. It's not healthy between my daughter and I right now. I'm going to string that together. I'm going to hold that, and I send her love and light, but right now it isn't. It's not good for me to be there right now. I'm going to let Spirit handle that. Keeping my heart open, right? Right now, if you're being told to go forward fearlessly, this is a good time to start a new business or what other venture that you've been thinking about. If this is something you've been wondering, there's your sign. Yes. It's also telling you to enter a relationship with an open heart and an open mind. And that the relationship that you're thinking about, it is the right choice. I love it when we get confirmation like that. So at 1 hour and 7 minutes, what did we have? We had the rocks 1, we had the jewelry 2, we had the clippers 3, and the lights 4. So we've done them all, right? So now we're going to ask for my mom and my twin. If you guys haven't chosen that, that's just going to be for me. A favorable outcome. Thanks, Mom. You can see justice scales balanced. And it's Archangel Michael that's going to make sure that things are balanced equally. So thank you. And I love doing it this way. Thank you for the beautiful outcome to this situation. You want to see it as done, right? You don't say, could you help me get this balanced? No, because you're going to have a favorable outcome. You're already being told. When we believe in ourselves, we are unafraid to try. Thank you for the beautiful outcome to this situation. And I know that it's perfect and fair for everyone involved. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for helping me trust and have faith in this. Look at the colors. This one's very blue. This one's very bright. Ooh. Look at the calm, beautiful waters. The color of beryl crystal. Yes. Love that crystal. Aquamarine, but it's that beryl color. Love that. The aquamarine color of beryl crystal, I mean. So whatever the situation is that you've been worried about, it's already resolved. In all reality, in all intentions, it's resolved. With fairness. And there is justice. This is karma being balanced. You're going to be very happy. Spirit's got some kind of a plan. Remember that song? Wait till we're announced. Wait till you're announced. We've not yet used all of our graces. We got something up our sleeve that you don't know about. The dogs are going to stay in chains. They're going to stay in chains. Everyone's competing for a love that they will not receive. And what this palace wants is for us to release that toxic energy, release the worry, release the situation, release what is not in our highest good, and release what doesn't belong to you. Maybe you can't see how it's going to work, but remember, you can start with nothing, and out of nothing and out of no way, a way is going to be made. The universe is going to open windows, and there will be a window or a door where there once was only a wall. Don't worry about it. Don't carry the stress or the burden. Allow our Father and Archangel Michael and all of his angels, all of family, let them handle it. It'll be faster that way if we stop stressing over it and just do what we're supposed to do, which is right now, take care of ourselves and relax. It is Saturday after all. If you're having legal issues and you're concerned about that, this is confirmation that it's going to be settled in your favor. The relationship that you're looking at, you might be worried about it. Well, don't, because it's going to be long term. If you've been stressing about that job, and that was your question, you're going to get the desired job, the job that's the best for you. Now think about that. Spirit, you may be looking in one direction, but remember, we're supposed to let that arrow fly and let Spirit direct it. You may be looking at the job on the left side of the corner, but it's actually the job across the street. Holy shit, that's what you're supposed to get? Yup. Whatever money you've been worried about, it's coming. And whatever is broken, whatever is hurting, whatever has been in need of healing, there will be healing. And what's interesting is, as I said that, my eyes fell upon this beautiful, I love this, my daughter and I, so there's a lot of messages in this for me personally. My daughter and I went for a hike up in Duluth, up by Fallbrook. I don't know if you guys know the area. And I found this on our path. So if you see it out in the light, it's bright white, and it's got these beautiful mica crystals shining in it. It's so gorgeous. And it's the shape of a heart. It's not a perfectly straight heart, but it's a heart. I see the heart in it. Do you? And right in the center of it is a J with a crown. And it's got all of these crystals in it. It's missing a couple, but it's still beautiful. And there's that hummingbird, blue and green, for healing and truth and peace and calmness. And the hummingbird says, you will accomplish what you might think is impossible and what others might think is impossible. So reach for the sweetness in life. Lighten up your energy. All is well. I was talking about a healing, and my eyes went straight to that. Thank you for the beautiful outcome to this situation, Archangel Michael. Something that's perfect and fair for everyone, because we want everyone to be at peace. So whatever I need at this moment, if I need courage, if I need strength, if I need faith or trust or belief, I know that you're going to give me that. You're going to help me with that. So now I told you guys I would give everybody, ask for a message. I love message. So I guess that means the Archangel. That's interesting that I said Archangel. It's the romance angel. Why did I say the Archangel? Archangel. I love message. Archangel. Hold on, I gotta see what says Archangel. It has to do with love. Archangel. Show me. So it's not the romance angels. I said something about love, but I said Archangel. And the only deck that I have that says Archangel is the Archangel Power. So I think I'm supposed to give you a message from that. So they will have something to do with love in all of it. Correct for neutrality. We'll go backwards. This is from Mom. This is Mom and my twin. This is a deck that's hard to shuffle. And two cards just fell out of the deck and landed on the ground. So this is the message. How funny. I like that it came out this way. I've got to show you. 9 of Gabriel. Stay determined and move forward and be prepared for any possibility. Look at the partners. And you know who's standing here? Look at that native. That Cherokee warrior. And look at Archangel Gabriel, the hawk, the messenger. This is amazing. 9 of Gabriel. She's got her wings wrapped around that warrior. That gardener, environmental activism. I love this. Her wings are out. 9, get to work, light worker. You've got everything you need. Everything you need to move forward confidently on your path. Stay determined. Move forward. Look at things from a different perspective. You know what's so cool about this is normally you're the hanged man. But this one didn't come out the hanged man. This one came reaching for the light. Instead of seeing things upside down, where the light is shining up here and you're shooting for the bottom, no, you came out shooting for the top, right? Shoot for the moon. You're going to get the star. Change your perspective, right? You have changed your perspective is the message I'm getting. There's a better way. Pause for reflection and insight. Dare to be different. I think you've already figured that out. That's pretty amazing. Gabriel, the messenger, coming forward. I love that. When you were in the reverse, you were shooting for the big top, right? You wanted all the bright lights and fame and fortune, but you were upside down. But you came out this way, reaching for spirit instead. And the light's shining down on you. Now the light's on you. Wow, I love this. It's important for you to stand your ground and not give up. Stay determined, says Archangel Gabriel. Whatever you've been through in your life has prepared you for this momentous time in your life. You've got what it takes. And you need to stay confident and move forward. Ask for Michael to help you. Maybe you're tired. I know I certainly am. It's almost like you get that last kick right before you shoot for the top. So if you're feeling run down, this is about fighting that off. And you got to do it by taking care of yourself, right? Growing organic foods. I like this. Love that message. So then we go to, I don't know what order it was before, but we're going to go to the light. My camp light. Okay. Correct neutrality on all levels. Correct neutrality on all levels. I cried when I read that card from my mom and my twin this morning. Wow. Those who reach for the stars, that's who we are. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Ooh, one fell and then another fell. The moon. So you see this little Pomeranian. So funny when I see this little dog. Little dogs don't know they're little. I get that. And you see this raccoon on the other side, right? So here's an opportunity to improve the plans that you have. Got to pay attention to what the moon is telling you, your intuition, the feminine energy, the goddess energy. You'll be accurately guided in the right direction. It's time to face your fears. Grow stronger. Raccoons are very capable. Their hands are very nimble. Sometimes they uncover things that they need. They forage around until they find what they need. And they get it. This little dog might be little, but she's mighty. It looks like a little Spitz. Okay, so let me read to you the Spitz. Spitz dog. It's like a miniature Samoyed, right? It's an Arctic dog. And what's funny is it's from Japan. But, let me see. They've got very thick, they've got almost like a triple coat. So, the ones that I am aware of are the German Spitz. But the Japanese Spitz looks more like a white bear. It's like a bear dog. So let me look and see. Yeah, no, it's not the German one. It's going to be the Japanese. It's going to be the original. So, thick white fur, curly tail. They're working dogs. They're hunting, they're herding, and they pull sleds. You've seen Samoyeds. They mix them in like the larger, more powerful breeds of the Spitz dogs, Akitas, Norwegian Elkhound, Swedish Elkhound, Bear Dog. Those are the big ones. But this is a little Spitz. So this little one is small, but she's mighty. And she comes from the light. And she's truthful, and she's loyal, and she's protective, and she's your best friend. And you see the raccoon on the other side. I love raccoons. Raccoons are amazing. Somebody said to me the other day, I saw a raccoon crossing the street. It was out in the middle of a busy road. I saw it going one way, and on the way back I saw it going out the other way, and it was in the middle of the day. Is that a negative sign? I know that raccoons are supposed to be, you know, somebody wearing a mask. Is somebody wearing a mask? Now remember, sometimes people wear a mask, but they're not. It's not because they're bad. I said, well, that raccoon was walking right in the middle of the day. It wasn't hiding. It was busy. It was going across a main road, going in one direction and coming back. What it was doing was it was changing lanes. It was changing direction in the middle of the day. It came out into the light. It was changing. The raccoon says, live for the moment and find each day to celebrate your life in your own way. I love raccoons. They're so stinking cute. I freaking can't stand it, I gotta tell you. And that's definitely not a negative sign to see a raccoon. Are you presenting a different face to people around you? Says the raccoon. Maybe you need to step into the light. Try being yourself. You will be accepted as yourself. And then you will draw to you people like you, people who admire you, people who are proud of you, people who see the best in you. You'll feel good in the presence of those ones. I remember my twin. My best friend said to me, if he's so great, why is he hiding? And right then he stepped out from behind the shadows and he says, I was hiding, but I wasn't hiding anything from you. I just needed to know that I was loved for who I am and not for what I had. And I thought, wow, I've always just loved you for who you are. I'm surprised you didn't know that. Thought I'd made it pretty clear. But sometimes people have others tell them that, and that's not the truth of the matter. But this one is in the light, and it's white, and it's pure, and it's telling the truth. So when you see a raccoon, you're being asked to let go of a situation, let go of a person, let go of a belief, let go of a negative habit. Go inside and see, what is it that's stopping me? What is keeping me in the dark? Maybe it's a sign that you're supposed to accept what's being offered to you by the universe. They're gifts to you. Sometimes, like I said, raccoons, they turn up things. They look for things. They find what they need. That's what I needed. I found the things I needed today. So maybe the raccoon is telling you, leave no stone unturned in your quest for a resolution with the problem that you're looking at. Be like your highest self, the leopard, the panther, and take the time to look at the whole picture, the seen, the unseen, and find the solution. You have the ability. Raccoons are very, very smart, very, very intelligent and capable. You've got the ingenuity to resolve that problem. Raccoon people are often shy, but they're very charismatic at the same time. And once you get to know them, and once they get to know you, they become very sociable. They're very curious. Sometimes they stick their nose into things and they don't realize the danger. They're blind to what they're looking for. Remember, Lily fell off the patio. She just wanted to go exploring. She fell off the patio and couldn't get back in. And I was hugging her. I said, be careful. And she said, I just wanted to go exploring. I didn't mean to get locked out. Well, you better be careful. Raccoon people are very excited about new experiences and new activities. They're very, very important and very, very intelligent problem solvers. They figure things out. They can find how to get into a puzzle. They like mysteries. People know that about them. They like to help others solve their problems. And their energy is very calm and very peaceful under pressure. They calculate things before they jump into a chaotic situation. And they like to get their hands on. Remember, I heard in my head, my twin said, I like to observe. It keeps me from getting in trouble. Observe, and then you figure it out. You're smart. You can do it. If a raccoon shows up in your dreams, it can signify deceit or thievery. Or you, yourself, are not being honest in some situation. Are you hiding something? Are you keeping a secret? Could be showing you a part of your personality that is not a positive part. Like you're being dishonest with yourself. So call upon the lion to help you overcome that dishonest tendency. Interesting. So you're being told right now you got an opportunity to improve things. You were just given a lot of ways to improve things through the raccoon, right? 1 and 8 is 9. Again, you get the message. Get to work, light worker. You've got everything you need in front of you. Stop delaying. Stop procrastinating. Ask Archangel Haniel to help you with your own psychic gifts and show you what you're missing in this situation. What are you missing? Maybe you're feeling uncertain or nervous and shy. So this is an encouragement to look at things again and face the fears, because the fears are actually not really actually real. When you actually have the moon shine the light onto something, you'll see it's not as scary as you thought. But when the sun comes out, you definitely will see. This message, whenever we see the moon, it's always about something that you don't understand, something that's not quite being shown. There's hidden intentions. They don't have to be negative, but they can be. It's about getting messages from spirit, like I've been getting, from ones in spirit, from deceased loved ones. Mostly it's about facing the fear in a gentle way. I think of the moon and I think of goddess energy. That's gentle, loving, healing, peaceful energy. To also pay attention to the dreams. Now, what is the date today? It's the 22nd. 2 more days we have the harvest full moon. Pay attention to how your body reacts a few days before the full moon. You might be more sensitive. You might be very psychically aware. Could be something very important happening. Now we go to the precious jewelry that needs to be repaired. The bracelets and the ring that need to be strengthened. I can't wait to get them back. I'm already excited about, see, that's kind of like Spirit says, look at it like it's already done. I already see them repaired and I'm excited. Yay! At 1 hour and 27 minutes for Raphael. Raphael is the healing angel, and he wants you to seek out other possibilities. You're looking at something maybe, and you need to maybe look in a different direction. We've gotten that quite a bit today, haven't we? Be aware of your own emotions. You might be getting a little bit overwhelmed. There's 2 dragonflies here. Dragonflies are talking about your dreams. Pay attention to your dreams. You might be getting important information in your dreams. Also, your dreams are sound and valid, and you deserve to see them fulfilled. But be aware that you're not getting a little too over emotional. You can ask Archangel Raphael to help you with that. He's stepping forward to help you. You might feel that you are stuck, remember? But the universe knows how to open windows where there were only walls. You may feel that there's only one way out, or that there is no way out, or that things have to be done a certain way. But I keep thinking about the beaver and how he builds his home with many different pathways and tunnels. So there's more going on than meets the eye here. Even if what you're looking at you think is not what you wanted, you're focusing too narrow. You need to take a broader perspective. Open your eyes to everything in front of you. If right now things feel dull and lackluster, maybe you're feeling run down, maybe you're feeling tired, we are approaching the full moon, the energy of the full moon, when the emotions are going to be pulled high. So spend some quiet time. Maybe you need to reflect on things right now. Be aware of your emotions. They might be heightened. You might not be aware that you're being affected by the full moon. The full moon has the ability to pull the tide. You don't think it's going to affect your emotions? It does. Right now, you might be taking things for granted that are very precious, that are in front of you, that you didn't realize that you had. The capability of getting out of somewhere. Somebody said, I need to move, but I need to sell this trailer before I go. And I said, you know what? Maybe you need to get a truck and get that trailer and live in it on the way down. Maybe what you thought was something that was holding you back is actually something that you need that will help you. Sometimes that's the case. You might be missing the whole point to something. So ask Spirit to help you focus on what that is. I'm not going to move these again because I don't want them. I don't want to lose anything. So this is now what we're going to focus on. Okay? Now remember, this has to do with love. These messages have to do with love. That narrows it down a little bit, doesn't it? At 1 hour and 30 minutes and 7 seconds, 6 of Raphael. Yay! Embrace your inner child. We've gotten that a lot. Our inner child needs lovies. You pick up that little kitty and you give it a hug. You pick up that puppy and you give it a hug. You take that little girl and give her a push on the swing. Maybe it's nap time for you, the inner child, right? It talks about new friends or rekindling relationships. Memories from your childhood, friendships from a long time ago. I feel like that. We were just kids when we met. So much time has gone by. Now we're so much older. I just heard something in my head. I've said some things, but I'm here now. Hold on. I've said some things, but I'm here now. I wish somebody would have told me, babe. This is funny. That one day, this is funny. I should have known that that's what it was. I just heard the other line in my head. I wish somebody would have told me, babe. Someday, these would be the good old days. All the love you won't forget and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Someday soon your whole life's gonna change and you'll miss the magic of these good old days. I was thinking about the band. I was thinking about the fans. We were underground loading merch in that 12-passenger van in a small club in Minnesota on the snow outside of First Ave. I just wanted my name in a star. Now look at where we're at. Still growing up, still growing up. I would lay in my bed and dream about what I'd become. Couldn't wait to get older. Couldn't wait to be some. Now that I'm here, wish I was still young. Those good old days. I wish somebody would have told me, babe, that someday these would be the good old days. All the love you won't forget and all these reckless nights you won't regret, because someday soon your whole life's going to change, and you'll miss the magic of the good old days. Wish I didn't think I had all the answers. Wish I didn't drink all of that flask first. Wish I made it to homecoming, got up the courage to ask her. Wish I would have gotten out of my shell. Wish I put the bottle back on that shelf. Wish I wouldn't have to worry about what other people thought, and felt comfortable with myself. Rooftop open and the stars above. Moment frozen, sneaking out and falling in love. Me and you and that futon. We just begun. On the grass dreaming, figuring out who I was those good old days. We did sneak out and it was on a futon. We had just begun. I was already in love. I wish somebody would have told me, babe, that someday these would be the good old days. All the love you won't forget. And all these reckless nights you won't regret, because someday soon your whole life's going to change and you'll miss the magic of the good old days. Never thought we'd get old. Maybe we're still young. Maybe you always look back and think it was better than it was. Maybe these are the moments. Maybe I've been missing what it's about. What did Spirit just say? You might have been missing something. Being scared of the future, thinking about the past, while missing out on now. We've come so far. I guess I'm proud. I ain't worried about the wrinkles around my smile. I've got some scars. I've been around. I've felt some pain and I've seen some things, but I'm here now. Those good old days. You don't know what you've got till it goes, till it's gone. You don't know what you've got till it goes, till it's gone. I wish somebody would have told me, babe. Someday these would be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of these good old days. So there's going to be rekindled relationships, memories from the good old days. But the point is, we spend a lot of time wishing it was the way it was then, but it's not as good then as we thought it was. It's better now because we've learned our lessons, we've been through it. We might be older, but we're not as afraid now as we were in the past. I guess I'm proud. I'm not worried about the wrinkles around my smile. I've got scars, and I've been around. I've felt some pain, and I've seen some things, good and bad. But I'm here now. So embrace your inner child. Embrace your friends. Rekindle the relationships that matter, that mean something to you. 6 is always about someone coming back from the past. Past memories. Somebody returning back into your life. Childhood. Childhood friends. Childhood memories. It doesn't always talk about childhood though, you know, because remember? Talking about age. Maybe we are still young. Because somebody who's 45 can look at a 20-year-old and think, God, I'm 45. But an 80-year-old looks at you and thinks you're just a baby. Maybe we are still young. And maybe an 80-year-old has the heart of a child because they're looking at things right. Maybe we're missing the point. The point is time is precious, and the time is now. The time isn't when you get the house paid for. The time isn't when you get your name and lights. Remember? That's what you were wishing for. You were reaching for something out there, not realizing that what was most important was now. Old friends and romantic partners might resurface at this time. The people that you meet might feel like they're instantly soul family. That's the greatest feeling, I can tell you. Because you've been family in a past life. Past life connection. You know those people. When you meet them, you instantly are bonded. That's why I told you, my soul family, that was my soul family. I landed in that place in a past life. If there's relationships that have been broken, like these, like this, they can be repaired. They're going to be repaired. They're going to be as good as new, but you know what? Better than new, because they're going to be stronger, because clearly there was a weak point here, but not now. And maybe we put pressure on ourselves to the point where it broke, but we're going to be strong. This is a very strong bond. This is the true north, Star of David. Precious. You take care of what's precious to you. This is a time when any issues that were deeply rooted that need to be looked at, they are pushing through the ground like a flower. They need to be looked at. They want to be resolved. Don't romanticize the past. Don't look at things and think that they were better then than they actually were. Some of the relationships you're walking away from, you saw it better than it was. You also want to not romanticize each of us, our own parts. See it for as it truly was. This could be issues around kids that are being brought up right now, childhood issues. But we always want to hold on to that innocent, childlike energy. And he's holding daffodils. I love daffodils. They're so happy. Yellow is the sign of friendship. It's also the sign of the divine masculine. And look at that green man of the forest with his mermaid. The mermaid in the forest. That one. And her divine masculine shining down, her osprey, sitting right next to her on that rock. Where the ocean meets the rivers. Where the trees meet the water. What a beautiful healing place. What a perfect energy. 6 tells you not to be so worried about material things, including items or things of this world. Others' thoughts, others' expectations, your own. This is about keeping your eyes focused on spirit. This is about maintaining a happy outlook and seeing things healed. This is all love and healing. Did we do them all? We did this. We did the bracelet. We did the light. We did mom, but we didn't do this one, did we? Let's do Ligers' nails. Let's do Ligers' nails. I gotta do Ligers' nails. Liger's hurting himself right now. His nails are so long that he's literally, because his skin is itchy, he's got slices on the back of his neck and on his back. I thought, oh my God, you're hurting yourself. You're stabbing yourself all over with many pains. What is that Bible scripture? Stabbing yourself all over by many pains. Wow. The first thing that popped up was from the Watchtower, which is from what I grew up with this, of course. That's why I understood it. So I'm going to read it from the Watchtower. I like the way it's spoken in, because we use the New World Translation of the Holy Scriptures. We don't speak thy, thou, then. That's not how we speak nowadays. We speak in English. That's why I liked it. For the love of money is the root of all sorts of injurious things. And by reaching out for this love, some have been led astray from the faith and have stabbed themselves all over with many pains. I wish somebody would have told me, babe, that wasn't the most important thing. If that wasn't, that's 1 Timothy 6:10. I gotta find my Bible. I wonder if it's in a box somewhere that was stolen or if I have it. I like the Bible. It's got good things in it, you know? I don't follow every single letter of the law. Jesus said he came to temper the law with love, not to uphold that law. But it's definitely got some good stuff in it. For the love of money is the root of all evil, which, while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. There's all kinds of different translations. But the point of the matter is, stop being so focused on the material world. It's hurting you. So, Liger's nails. I need to trim those nails. Queen of Gabriel, right on. You can do anything right now. Go after what you want. The ability to attract helpful people. And look at her sitting there with her freaking cat right at her feet. That orange cat. Interesting. Orange to me always represents an orphan kitty. But you know what? That's an Abyssinian. They're very special. Abyssinian. It's a tabby cat, but it's different. It looks like Bastet to me. Abyssinian. They have a love of heights. That is their, so reach for the stars, right? They love heights. They like to be as high as possible. I like that idea. They look like little tigers. They like to be as high as possible. They're very affectionate. Not super affectionate. They're affectionate. Potential for playfulness, 5 stars. Intelligence, 5 stars. Pet friendly, 5 stars. Easy to groom, 3. Liger, not too easy to groom. General health, they're not too great. They've only got 2 stars. Amount of shedding, 3 stars, so that's not too bad. They're not too much of a mess. Affectionate with family, 3 stars, so they're a little standoffish. They are, I knew that they had to do with this. They had to do with the pharaohs. Where? They are called the cat of the pharaohs. I knew that. That's why I saw Bastet. So Gabriel sits with the cat of the pharaohs. And she's telling you, you can do whatever you set your mind to. Don't you think you can't? Your sacral chakra, the seat of sexual energy and creativity, is telling you that you can. And the queen, the messenger that comes forward with the cat at her feet, she holds that beautiful scepter. She's very passionate, she's very charming, she's very intelligent, and she's brilliant. Call upon her if you need help in emulating this belief, because it's the truth. You might wonder how, but others look around, others look at you and they see what you do not. Remember what my mom said to me and what I said to my twin? I want you to know how proud I am of you. for growing up so nicely. I hope that you continue to grow in strength of yourself daily. I want you to know that nothing on this earth will ever separate me from you. And whatever happens, I am and I love you. I will support you. You will never disappoint me. Wherever your life shall take, I will love you and be there for you, no matter what or who. Remember that always. I believe in you. And that's what Spirit is telling us. That's what the Queen is telling you at this time. You were such a kind-hearted one, and you are so eager to help others. And because of that, others want to help you as well. This Queen is someone who everybody likes. This Queen can be a gentleman. This is someone who's able to balance their home and their work in a graceful way, easily. They've got great passion. They're independent as the cat. They're friendly. They're beautiful. They're popular. They keep quite busy. They're very confident in their abilities. And nothing is going to keep this one down. You're not going to stop me. So the messages coming forward from the Queen is to tell you, like Archangel Michael told you, go after what you want. Follow through on the advice that you're given. You're on the right path. It also talks about excellent health, experiencing excellent health. You think of cats, they have 9 lives. They land on their feet. They don't always. Sometimes they get twisted, but generally they can land on their feet. So this is telling you that you can too. Yes, you can. You can do anything you set your mind to. So at 1 hour and 46 minutes, we are at a wrap. I got to go do all my things that I told you guys about. I got to go find my cat. I'll do him when I get home. I'll go take my bracelets in quickly. And I'll fix the one here when I come home to do Liger. I love you guys.